Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Darrell Addison. I'm the founder and inventor of a growing concept called Torpedopot. These are okra plants. We grew about 140 okra in 20 inches. And so I came out to clean them up. I actually want to tear them down. I've got plants are still growing, they're not stopping. These okra plants are 8 feet tall. We expect them to reach as much as 10 feet tall, depending upon the heat that's coming in the season. So 140 okra from 20 inches is amazing. We've got about 5 planters. So we know beyond a shadow of a doubt, we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 700 okra from these plants right here and these planters, which beats all records across the board. I don't care if you're in Africa, the United States, we grow more food in our small growing systems than anybody else in the world. So I came out today because I wanted to remove some of the dead leaves off. Actually, what I wanted to do was to stop the growth of the okra, because it's given us a great season. We got a lot of food from the okra, which is really good. I'm just cleaning up the dead leaves that are on it right now. And we got a lot of food from the okra, which I'm very, very happy about. But I want to go back and I want to start cleaning it up. Not so that it can grow. More like the season is over now, and I want to try some other plants in these planters. Torpedo pots are very interesting because you can grow your plants year round in a torpedo pot. You don't have to worry about not having food. During the first season, we grew spinach in here. We grew about 5 pounds of spinach. Second season, we're growing okra, and of course, we're going to hit about 700 okra. And then the third season, we're going to put some, I don't know, maybe some greens in there, because we're going into the winter time. So I need cold greens to go into the winter time. But guys, those who don't know, these are torpedo pots. And all you do is put your seeds in these planters, or put your plants in these planters, and they grow your food for you. Now, the debate is this that we have, and I want you to understand the debate when it comes around food, is that these plants, I don't have to stop their growth right now. I can continue their growth. But as a harvester, a gardener, as a farmer, I want more food at my disposal. So I've only got a couple of months out the year before it gets cold again. And so I'm going to put in some cool crops in these planters and remove the okra out. So removing this okra it breaks my heart. I don't want to have to do it, but it's something that has to be done. But in the meantime, it gives us the ability to count all of the okra that we got off the plant and to start a brand new crop. I couldn't help. I saw this tomato on there, and I had to take it for myself. I'm going to take that in and eat that. It looks beautiful. I had that for breakfast this morning. And so what we're going to do is start taking this stuff down. I don't know how to do it, because it's still growth, but the growth that it will continue to provide will not be anything compared to starting a new crop. So I might get, from each one of these stalks, has the potential of doing about 20 okra, and we got about 10 stalks, so we should grow about 200 okra, but I say 144 to be safe, because some are taller, some are not as tall, but for the most part, we're going to get around, we look about 144 just from this one planter alone. All right, so now I've got to cut this down, and I'm going to show you guys. Let me cut down a major stalk. Well, again, it's still growing. It's tough for me to make that decision. So it's hard, guys, to let these plants go. And I don't know what I really want to do. I really want to cut them down, start the new crop, but it's hard when you have food that's literally right in front of your face, has the potential to grow even more food, and you have to wait. Remember now, it's we're looking at about September in this case, the end of September. We're going into October, November. So that gives me 1 month to grow additional crops in these planters to get rid of the okra, or to keep the okra and show you guys how much it will grow in 10 to 12 feet. Already we've beaten all the records in the books. 144 okra in 20 inches beats every record in the book, so don't worry about that. But I think I'm going to take them down. I'm so sorry. Please forgive your brother. But I've got to do it. I've got to take them down, because I've got to grow other things inside of these planters. All right, so I'm going to get my shears, and we're going to start taking these things down. Give me a minute. Okay. I hate to do overkill, but I want you to understand that the stalks on this okra are thick. They're very thick and they're very woody. It's almost like miniature trees. So what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to pull the roots out. I'm going to leave the roots in there. Why? Because the living organisms are feeding on the root system right now. If I pull the root system out, it'll cause the whole plant to collapse. So I'm going to leave the root system in there, let them eat on it for a period of time, and I'm going to start my new seeds. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's take this one down here. You ready? Okay. Oh, gosh, guys, here it is. Okay. There you go. Gonna slide it right on now. Hopefully easy, it'll slide out. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? This is what okra does. This is what it is, and it is absolutely beautiful. Amazing, isn't it? Guys, these are torpedopots. It grows your food for you with no human intervention. Let torpedopot grow your food, and it does a tremendous job of it. Look at that okra. Isn't that amazing? So yes, I'm very sad I have to cut my okra, but one of the things I want to do with you is to look at how many potential okra grew off of this one plant, okay? All right, let's see. So one of the ways to do, the okra grows out in a little nose like you see right here. See, this one's still developing and growing. This could have been an okra, but it wasn't. You can see it died. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, oh my goodness, it's going in it, 14, 15, 16, 17, oh my goodness, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Look at about 25 okra coming off this one plant. Isn't that beautiful? That flower beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And trust me, this is food. Now, I've got about 6 or 7 more okra that can grow off this plant. But when I think of the 6 or 7 okra, as opposed to the plants that I could potentially put in here and get a lot more food, then I have to stop growing the okra at this point. But I wanted you guys to see what's going on so you'll get a feel for your okra plants and see. Now, remember, these started out as little seedlings. Seedlings for pennies on the dollar. Thousands of seeds for pennies a piece. And I put them in the planter, and from that little seed, 10 plants, 144 to 200 okra. Dude, that is a return on investment that is unbelievable. I don't know of any other thing in the marketplace or anything that can give you a return on investment like these okra plants have been able to do. All right, so I'm going to start taking them down. And it's so sad. It is so sad. I'm hurt so bad. But let's get the first pot out so we can start doing some other stuff. Because eventually I'm going to take all of these and we're going to these stalks are amazing. They are so big, dude. I've never seen anything so big before in my life like this. I use these stalks throughout the year for shedding plants and creating them to create different walls and things like that, a natural wall, bridges and things like that, which I'll explain to you a little bit later on. But right now, I want you to understand, I'm finished at this point. I just harvested all my food. Now, I want you to understand what's going on here I just harvested 144 okra from out of this planter. I brought the seeds for pennies on the dollars. Guys, these are torpedopots. These are self-growing planters. All you do is throw your seeds in, you put your plants in, and guess what it does? It grows your food for you, like you've never seen before. And it grows lots of food. These are torpedo pots. I put my seeds in, they grew into this beautiful okra. In other words, I spent a nickel to grow 144 okra. You try buying that in the supermarket. And now I'm about to put in my next crop. I think it's going to be Halloween radish. Halloween radish is a 30-day crop. Once I put it in, every 30 days I'm guaranteed a crop out of it. This one planter may generate between 1.2 to about 2 pounds of radish out of this particular planter right here. So what I'm going to do now is take my okra, and they're beautiful. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, I love this, guys. I can't wait for them to dry out. I use it for decorations and stuff like that. I'm going to drop my seeds inside this planter right here, and literally, just like I did my okra, I'm going to walk away for the rest of the year. And I want you to understand that. All I'm going to do is take my seeds, drop it in this planter. And this okra, see how strong this okra is in here? That okra is very strong. It's very rooted. So why would I want to take it out? If I turn the soil over, you might see some living organisms inside the soil. But I don't want to mess with that. I want that to grow. I want to develop. I want all of that inside of this soil. I love it. This is great soil, great living soil. And I want you to understand how important this thing is to the development of plants and life just in general. This is very, very good soil. Man, I'm amazed. I think I saw a worm in there. I was trying to burn it up for you guys. Or maybe I didn't. So we'll just stick with what we have there. But a lot of anthropods, a lot of things inside here, pill bugs, things are running around this planter. I love it, I love it, I love it. Very, very healthy planter. All right, so I gotta go back and I've gotta pick out a lot of these already, okay? And I've got to put in my new crop. Now when I'm putting in my new crop, all I do is take my seeds, drop it in the planter, cover it with soil, and I walk away. I'm using the same soil for the last 3 crops. Remember now, I grew the 5 pounds of spinach. In this case, I grew 144 okra out of this planter, 700 okra total. And now I'm about to grow my 3rd crop in the same soil, in the same planter. You don't have to change anything. You get all the food you want, and you get to do everything you want. So I know there's no place in the world that's growing 8 feet tall okra like we have here, in a planter at home. So these torpedo pots are biotic growing systems. Their job is to grow your food with no human intervention. Again, all you do is drop your seeds in here, you put your plants in, and voila, you get things that you've never seen before. This has been a tremendous harvest with this okra. I gotta take the remaining ones out. I'll probably show you guys a video of me taking them out and putting in the seeds for the next crop. But remember, this breaks my heart. I do not want to take this okra out. Even though this torpedo pot grew my plants for me, they grew okra that is absolutely splendid. I don't have not one okra. Out of the 700 okra that came from these planters, not one has a blemish on it. All of them are perfect and delicious and beautiful. It's unbelievable what they look like. And I'm so happy. Let's take a look at the tops again. These are the okra. This is what we've been able to grow. And there's still a lot more growth, but we just simply can't contain it. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com, where we have self-growing planters that grow your food for you. You don't have to grow your food anymore. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that beautiful? That is absolutely beautiful. I love my okra. I do. Now, what you're going to experience from your okra in a torpedo pot is that if you're growing in the ground, most of your okra that you're experiencing turns brown, turns hard. It's not edible. After 6 inches, you can't eat your okra. My okra is edible under 8 inches. Why? Because it's constantly being fed from a nutritious, organic environment inside that planter. That's why mine are greener. They're softer, they're tender. They can be broken down by your teeth. They're not shredded or anything else. You got to get organically based food by using and growing your food in a torpedo pot. It will change your life if you give it an opportunity. Yes, 144 okra out of this one planter, 700 total. I got a lot more work to do. It breaks my heart. I just want to show you guys this breaks my heart to take my food and throw it away when it still has potential. But there's a lot more comes because torpedo pot grows your food 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. I love this. I love this. I'm taking it in the house, put it in my den, and let it just stand up there and let it just decay because this is absolutely beautiful. Guys, talk to you later. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. Well, you love food. I love food. Let's make this an enjoyable experience. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.